So today I'm going to show you how to make the keto buns. In keto, I'm somebody who doesn't really like making all those pastries. I don't like eating them. But because I have to make videos and tutorials to show you how you can do it, so I decided to make one on the keto buns. This one is just, I would say, is like a trial. So I'm going to show you how the experiments I did along the way, the mistakes, and how I corrected it, and then how I eventually got to this result. So just stay with me and we will make some keto buns. I just discovered something. I wanted to make the almond buns, but people have been complaining, you know, the way you make it, you have to add a lot of things to hold it together. And then I was wondering why, and I came to discover that the almond flour on its own, that even when you bake, when people use it to bake their bread, they say it looks like a corn bread because it's grainy, it's not finely blended. So I decided to try out an experiment, because for them to finely blend this almond flour, because it has oil, it's going to turn into a paste. So they need to have it like this for it to be in this form. So I decided to try out something, and then I added water to mine. I added water and I blended and I got this. So we're going to see if this thing works better with your basic buns recipe. You can, like I have a very strong blender here, so I'm going to add water now and blend some more and sieve a bit. I'm going to sieve out the water a bit. But if you don't have a very strong blender, you can soak it overnight with a little water. Soak it overnight and then blend and sieve. Okay, so here we go. So now I have the almond milk here, which I could use for other things. And then I have the almond paste. If you from the first one, you can see that it is so very different. The texture you can see is way different from this, and then you get some milk in the bargain. By reducing the carbohydrate content of your almond that you're going to use in your baking, you can have this with something that has more of protein in it and things like that. So this is about 2 tablespoons of butter melted, a pinch of salt, vanilla flavor, a dash of allspice, but you can use your cinnamon. You can use your cinnamon here, your nutmeg, your mixed spice, whatever you want. Sweetener, I'm using Truvia pack, and 2 eggs. How can I forget that? My baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. No, you don't forget that. Yeah. So I just allow it to stand. Maybe I keep it outside for like some few minutes. So I'm using my beef tallow or lard to fry this. This is my homemade, and just scoop this off. This is my homemade beef lard or tallow, depending on where you're coming from. That is what I'm going to use to fry my almond buns. So this is my buns mix. The texture is very soft, like you will have your usual buns. Okay, we're going to start molding. or you can do it like you will do your fufu. I think doing it this way is better. When you're frying it and you find out that it's maybe too light, I think this one is too light. It depends on the softness you want, but that one is too soft. You might run the risk of it's breaking up in the fire, or oil getting into it. So when you find out it's too light like this, you add a little bit more coconut flour. Okay, like I told you before, this is the first one I fried after my mixture. It was too soft. You can see it was too soft. It cooked, but it was too soft. So what I did was I added a little bit more coconut flour to it. So if you find out that your mixture is too soft, you can add more coconut flour to it to thicken it up a bit.